All right, so we are jumping on. This is the last team call of the year of 2021, and I wanted to gift us a pretty amazing woman that I met a few years ago. We're mutual friends, we're not connected financially or anything whatsoever, but I was really drawn to her story, and I was like, Brandi, you've got to jump on and talk with our team. I think they would really find value in you and your story. And I just kind of want to wrap up the year with some good energy, some good momentum going into 2022. So she's going to be sharing her story of what's been working for her, what has not. We're going to talk about some vulnerable things within network marketing that I think needs to be spoken of more. And then, really wrapping up how she's leveraging the collagen, the salutoire, and just her daily task and mindset and the things that she does to really anchor herself, right? Because this industry really tests you. So, Brandi, I'll give it to you if you want to just start off with like how you started. Tell us about yourself.
Hey guys, well, I'm Brandi Newman. I live in Destin, Florida. And okay, a little bit about me. I'm a military spouse of almost 22 years. I have three beautiful children, 17, 15, and 8 years old. And this is my full time. Isogenics is my full time. So before Isogenics, I was a overweight, overtired, exhausted mom who was just trying to keep it together. I mean, 21 years in the military world, I never got to do anything for me. I was just always doing for my husband, with the kids, and he was deployed. So never really got to focus on myself and what I wanted to do. And my heaviest weight, I was 230 pounds and had just yo-yoed from the age of 21. I was 230 after getting married, having babies, going back and forth. And then I got into working out and fitness and was working out 2 hours a day. And like, why can't I lose this weight? So just was struggling with, I'm turning 40 actually in 2 days. It's my birthday. So, 37 years old when I started Isogenics, I think I was, 37. And just knew that like, if my metabolism was there, that's what it was then. What is it going to be in a few years when I'm in my 40s and I can't get this weight off? So moving to Florida from Washington State, 3.5 years ago, I had got back up to almost 200 pounds again. And I was like, I've got to do something. And my friend Hillary posted on Facebook, what she was doing. And I had seen Isogenics before and actually was approached about the business when I lived in Washington. And I was like, no, I'm not buying your $600 shakes. And here I am. So if I can do this, anybody can do this kind of thing. But yes, I was that burnt, tired mom and never finished college. I dropped out of college at 19 to get married. And we just celebrated our 20th anniversary. And so I did this for my husband to retire. That's why I'm all hardcore into ISA now, have been since day one, and nothing has stopped me since. So
I love that. Oh my goodness. And what a way, to be able to like give back to your family and have that as your anchor. Throughout your journey, right, you've had experience with other network marketing companies. What's something that really drew you to Isogenics compared to the ones you've experienced in the past? And why do you find that this is your home?
For sure, the compensation plan. Duh. The compensation plan is better than any I had ever seen or been with, and I'm gonna say the community, just being so welcomed and having everyone just feels like family. No matter, like when I saw you at NYKO, I was like, oh my God, yes, sit with us. It's like it doesn't matter if you're financially connected or not. You're never in competition with your team or with anybody in the company, because we're one big team. And that's what I love with Isogenics. It's just one big team who wants to help each other out. I was messaging another millionaire girl this morning that I met in Cancun. And I was like, hey, Gina, do you have the new graphics with the new collagen prices? And she's like, yeah, girl, here. So like, I know I can ask anybody anything and they will help me out. And that's what I love about Isogenics. It's the community and the conversation, and the leadership and the mentorship we get. It's just amazing. Son.
And I love that, right? Like we can build this business with our family, with our
But
children,
our kid
and he
coming
can
in
do it alongside us.
He's looking for batteries for the Wii remote to play Wii.
I love it. So when you started, right, tell us, you got to executive in like 7 months or so, right? Mm-hmm. Talk about what that was like to get there and then what you experienced after that and how you were able to get yourself out.
Yeah. So, September 5th, I ordered my box. Like 2 weeks later, I was enrolling my people, and I enrolled myself into the vision of Isogenics and got my first event ticket. Like NYKO, I bought my ticket within 2 weeks. I had never left my kids. I was terrified, but I knew that if I wanted to make this happen, I had to make sacrifices and I had to make that change and that shift in my mindset. So got to the event. I left, I enrolled 9 people that first week after NYKO. And just, I was like, oh, they announced a trip to Cayman Islands. Like, I'm going to win that. So I put it on my screensaver on my phone. And every day I looked at that screensaver until I hit executive. I may or may not have like enrolled like a fake person to get to that last enrollment. But hey, I got to go to Cayman Islands for free. And I think if you talk to any other person, they'll tell you, think you just got to make it happen. If you're one enrollment away from making executive to go on a trip, you're going to make it happen. So, but then again, you know, there's the high highs and there's the low lows. Mm-hmm. And that was definitely my high. I had a $6,000 a month, my seventh month in the business. And so I had hit that and I was like, oh, cool. Like I'm an executive. Well, like 3 months later, I fell out and I'm like, oh, that really sucks, you know? So then, I don't know. I just lost my mojo and it was hard to get back in that mindset. And I just kept sticking out. I'm the queen of consistency. So and Stephanie is too, like Stephanie posts every day and I can post every single day, but posting is not going to get your business growing. Like you literally have to reach out to people. And this last July, do you want me to tell this now?
Yes.
Okay. So in July, we had bought a boat, like 2020, we bought a COVID boat, brand new boat, $57,000 boat. And, that was my Isogenics money. I made $42,000 my first year with Isogenics. And I was like, I'm going to buy this boat. I'm making enough money to pay for it. Then I got lazy and then I partied on the boat too much. And then the income started slowing down. So my $1,200 a month boat with storage and payment and everything, was starting to hurt my family financially. So, we were really struggling this year. We had a lot of debt and I was like, well, we're not going to pay off this debt with this boat. And so in July, I reached out to Zach, who's Zach Slobin, and I was like, Zach, what do I do with the boat? He's like, you sell it. I was like, no, I can't sell my boat. So I said, okay, so we're going to list the boat for sale, which it didn't sell. We just listed it again last week. But in July, I said, you know what? No, I have to make this happen. I had to dig deep again. I had to find my why. And I mean, $748 in the month of July, it might be great for somebody. You know, I was grateful to make that money, but when I'm paying for 3 accounts to stay active, I literally was making nothing between my husband's account, my daughter's account. I was making zero. So I said, all right, I'm going to get back to work. And I was against the collagen, so against it. I'm like, I get Botox. I don't need collagen. What do I need this for? It's just a stupid product. I was using it. I had good results with it, but I didn't want to change my mindset as to how I can shift my business to leverage the collagen versus the nutrition. So I followed Zach and Eden's template. They have like a script that we use, and I've now reached out to exactly 1,500 people as of today since July 27th. And I went from, and I could actually probably pull up and screen share my pay. I had to pull up a minute ago. Like went from $7,000 or $700 in July to, and actually my 7,000 is where I was at as of the month of July, like for my whole year income. And I'm going to end up this year finishing out the year with over probably $25,000. So from July to now, I've made from $7,000 to $25,000. So super grateful that I got off my butt and was like, okay, what is my why? When you get clear on what you want, what you want and what your why is, like nothing will stop you. And so I just had to do every single day, those daily IPAs that are going to help me to move my business forward. So just stay in the mode every day. Like, what can I do every day to move my business forward? Even if it's for, 30 minutes a day, do something, be productive in that 30 minutes of that day to get to your dreams. Because Eric Worre, I did the GoPro and he made me say, I started the accelerator program. He said, how much do you want to make in December of 2022? And I said, $10,000 a month. That's where I want to be. He said, double it. I was like, $20,000 a month. And he said, double it again. I'm like, okay, so I'm going to make $40,000 by December of 2022. That's a challenge. So I'm going to do it. So we'll see where I'm at in December of 2022. May or may not be at $40,000 in a month, but I'm going to try. So
I love that, Brandi, because it's important that we have that vision. Even if we don't get that, it's who you're becoming in the journey towards that, no matter what. And you sometimes get something even better than the 40,000, which I know that you're going to get to. But
Yeah,
something
I
even
mean,
better
I
is going
will.
to come out of that. Talk about when you first started, you must have created some sort of why. Like you got excited in the beginning and you must have established some sort of why. What do you think changed within that time that you dipped? Because as we both know, and most of us on here, we start changing every year in this industry, and each time we get to a new level, we're tested. So what were some things that you changed within your life to help get you out of that slump, or that feeling that you felt stuck and that you weren't in momentum? And did you have to get honest with yourself? Like, were you actually being consistent in those times where things weren't growing?
Yeah, I mean, that's a tricky question, honestly. So I love doing gardening. I love doing housework and stuff like that. My husband literally now he has taken over and does it all for me. I'm like, I'm gonna hire somebody to do it all. And he's like, well, no, I'll do it for you. So for me, honestly, it was about finding my faith again and just praying. I prayed because isogenics, I really truly know that God sent me isogenics because I was praying for a solution for my family to get out of debt. And we were probably in $120,000 in debt when I started isogenics. We were in so much debt, we were drowning. And like, I prayed like, God, I need something to pay because we bought this house that has a pool and all the things. So getting back to my faith and getting to work every morning, just from that low, and just trusting in God to get me back up there and attracting the right people into my business and just shifting my mindset to, instead of every day looking at it like, oh my gosh, I have to do this, I have to do stories, and I love going live and I love doing stories. That's just me and who I am, but not everybody likes that. So there's different ways that you can do that. But, yeah, honestly, just finding my faith again really shifted. It made me come back. And we joined a life group, my husband and I did, and it was just random that this life group popped into our lives. And now we're like in this wonderful life group with like 3 different pastors who are all hilarious and we love their whole families. And so we've gotten really close with the church members and doing more serving and servant leadership and things like that. So yes, I would say my lowest low, like I just had to wake up and be like, what am I doing? Like, this isn't what I wanted with this. Like, what am I going to do? How am I going to get to where I want to be? Which is to be, showing other people how to do this if I'm not even doing it. So yeah, I would definitely say my faith for sure. Finding time to pray and just talking to God, and every day waking up asking like, who can I serve today? And who can I bless this opportunity with or these products with?
I love that, Brandi. And it seems to me that you managed to get out of your own way, not only with your faith, but also making it about others instead of what was happening with you. You're like, you know what, how can I serve and share this gift? That's what was making you excited. It's almost like what kept you anchored. You're like, who gets to
Yes.
get a piece of this?
Yes, it's all the mindset shift completely. Like when you shift your mindset from being selfish and like, oh my gosh, like people aren't enrolling. Like, and I tell my team that all the time. I'm like, well, how many people a day have you talked to? They're like, well, none. I'm like, well, you have to talk to people like in your network, or either grow your network in order to build this business. You can't expect people to just come to you. And so when you look at like, who can I serve versus, well, they're not enrolling, nobody wants to do this, like I give up kind of attitude, which is what I did with all the other companies I was with. I got a few no's and quit immediately. It's a lot more fun to say like, oh, who am I going to meet today? Like, God, like who am I going to meet today? I can't wait, wake up with that excited attitude every single day and just see how your life shifts or change your results in your business shift too.
Yes. And are you a little bit more selective in who you choose to work with? Like, are you looking for core values in people versus when you first started, were you kind of just looking at whoever would jump in with you?
Yes. Like in the beginning, it was like, oh, you have legs and you have a mouth. Like, yes, you can drink our shakes and you can do this, and I was telling you earlier, oh, maybe it wasn't you. It was somebody else I was talking to, but like diversity was huge. And I wanted to have a team of diversity from day one. Like I wanted to have men, women, blacks, whites, Asians, Hispanic, like whatever on my team. And finally, like this year, once I got really clear on my vision, my first enrollment was a lady who owns a boutique and she's from Thailand. Like she and I are like best friends now. And I posted a picture of her at her house last weekend. And then I attracted a guy who owns a wine bar and he's black and his black business owner, like they are very successful business owners. And then I attracted a Colombian spa owner here in Destin where I live. And she's got like a whole ton of Hispanics that we're enrolling. And then I've got another lady in California who is, where's she from? My brain is gone. Filipino. She's Filipino. So I've got like all this diversity on my team. And I've even got some men on my team who are sharing. And so men, women, blacks, white, like all the whole everything. And I want to be like that team of just love and like acceptance, and we accept anybody. So yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm aiming for too. And we really have that within our team, which I love so much.
Yes.
How are you finding new people, and what's working for you?
So I'm gonna be real with y'all. I really suck at Instagram. I really sucked at Instagram. And I was like, how do I get to be like Sydney Lish? I don't know if y'all know who Sydney Lish is, but Sydney was like, how do you have like 10,000 followers on Instagram? I still only have like 3,400. But I finally learned how to find people with hashtags. So when I started doing the collagen script, reaching out to people with the script, I was like, well, now I don't know how to find these people, or they haven't been on since 2020. How do I find like real people? So I go on Instagram or LinkedIn, and I go in the little search bar, and I'll type in the search bar on LinkedIn, you just type hashtag, like where I live, it's Destin. So I'll put like hashtag Destin estheticians, or hashtag Destin facials, or hashtag Destin beauty. And it pulls up like all the recent posts that are in that space. So like you'll see like spa owners, spray tan owners, hairstylists, like anyone in the beauty industry. And I tag their accounts, and then I put them down on my little Excel spreadsheet, and I go back and reach out to them later. So that's how I'm finding them on Instagram. And then a lot of them are just finding me now too. It's kind of weird. They're adding me out of nowhere. And then LinkedIn, I just go in the search bar and I just type esthetician, and then you can put like location, like where you like to find someone in that field, and just that area, and there's a ton of them. But LinkedIn's kind of tricky. So you can only add so many people to your network, like weekly or monthly or whatever. So I'm already maxed out because I don't have the pro. But yeah, just go in and add as many as you can. And then once they've accepted your connection, then I go in and send the message. So it's kind of easier that way, because you don't have to message and say, oh, what scripts I use. Yeah, sure. I mean, I can read it to you if you'd like. It's like 2 minutes long though.
Yeah, give us a go, Brandi, because what I've been leveraging with the girls is I've been using Zach and Eden's training with oureasytraining.com, and we use the collagen scripts.
Yeah.
So is that what you've been using too, or do you have something else that you can share with us?
Yeah, I have it pulled up here on my computer, and I just kind of altered. This is Zach and Eden's script that I don't know if they've shared with everyone, so I don't know if I'll get in trouble for this. I've shared it with a couple people already that I met in Cancun on the trip. So basically it's like, I'll say like, oh my gosh, hi Sarah, it's so great to connect with you. I know we haven't met before, but I came across your page as I'm intentionally seeking beauty professionals in the Destin area. A little bit about me: I am a military spouse of 21 years, a mom of 3, and I moved to Florida about 3 years ago and collaborated with an innovative well-being company after I fell in love with what they're up to as a brand. The reason that I'm reaching out to you today is because we recently launched an award-winning marine collagen product that's already done over $60 million in sales here in the US in just its first 6 months. It's getting our clients absolutely insane results. And I had like extra stuff in there. I'm like, oh my God, the hair, skin, nails, like, and I just kind of go with it, you know. Right now I'm focusing on establishing partnerships with a handful of beauty pros like yourself who may be excited about adding in another stream of income. And then that's like one message. And then the second one, I'll say, I don't know if you like the idea of adding in another income stream, or if you currently use collagen or recommend it to your clients, but if you're curious and want to learn more, send me a message back. I would love to send some before and afters, chat next steps, maybe jump on a Zoom call. And if not, that's okay too. It's always great to know talented estheticians or spa or whatever that I can always refer people to. And then I'll say something like, I look forward to hearing back from you soon. I hope you have a very happy new year. I hope you had a Merry Christmas, blah, 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 blah. That's it. And then it says, like, Zach has a little thing here. It says after they respond.
Brandi, do you mind if I just come in real quick? I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I just made you host. Is there any way that you can share your screen?
Yeah.
And then
so that's actually my version of Zach and Eden's script that they made. I switched it up because I want to make it more personable, you know, and that's where a lot of people on our team are struggling, because they're like, well, it doesn't sound personable. And they're like, well, let me see. So this is the script. I always have it pulled up on my computer. So this is that Zach and Eden's script that they've created for us. That was just kind of like a trial. So like I said, I don't know if we're supposed to be sharing this, but I just used it and I kind of made it my own. So you guys can kind of change it up to make it more personable. It is kind of older, like the 60 million in sales in 6 months. That's old. So I'd like to get newer updates of the results and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it's fun. I mean, and I sometimes I say these so many times a day that I get headaches. I literally read them. I do sometimes 30 messages in a day, like reading this out, but it works, like literally works. And I
Yeah,
have,
you've had great success. I mean, last month, how
yeah,
many
like I
people
have my
did you
whole,
enroll?
this is my, like I have a whole spreadsheet set out that I keep up with every person that I've done. Like I'm at 1,500. So
Wow, that's
yeah.
impressive.
Did you
That's
guys get a
impressive.
picture of it?
Yeah, we got the
Okay.
picture. And then I think Adrian was saying with the scripts, I can also send Adrian the oureasytraining.com scripts if you haven't seen those yet.
And I can send you the Google Doc, Stephanie, of this actual script if you want me to. It's in
Yeah,
the Zach Nathan's team page too.
that would be amazing, Brandi, if you
Yeah,
could.
I'll send you the Google Doc, and that, like I said, you guys can change it as much as you want. And I literally just, if they say yes, and I've gotten, I don't know, I think my husband did, like 400 people said yes, they were interested, and like 700 hadn't even seen my messages yet. So I have to go back and follow up with those people to say, hey, I messaged you, check your messages. But when they say they're interested, I'll send them, you know, like, hey, oh my gosh, I'm so excited you're interested. I'll send you a few pictures. I'll usually send like 5 to 10 pictures, and then the little collagen video. And then if they're still interested, then we jump on a Zoom call.
I love that. And so would you say as well, because you've got this new revived energy from the dip, do you think like the way in how you're showing up energetically has made a huge difference with how you're presenting this as well?
Oh yes, for sure. Every day, every single day. And like I do, and two, like make time for yourself to just sit and they're just like manifest your dreams, like literally make a vision board. And that's what we're doing for New Year's Eve. Like New Year's Eve, I'm this year, like we're staying home as a family and I'm going to go like make a huge vision board, because the vision board I did a couple years ago, I wish I had this in front of me. It's right over there, but I don't want to go grab it. But I printed out, actually, I'm going to grab it. Hold on. I want to tell you all the stories. It's really cool. Okay, so I made this vision board. Let me see. This was my vision board from a couple years ago. I made, and I haven't really touched it, but this was done here. You can see like the square. I had this picture right here. Okay, so that picture, I had no idea. We had just moved here, and I'm like, my 10-year plan was to build or to buy a condo here in Destin. And so I printed up a picture of a condo in Destin. I had no idea. I was like, I don't care. I just want to buy a condo. So I printed a condo. So the other night I was like looking at my vision board. So I'm like, what do I need to put on here this year? And I'm like, wait, I know that place. This is literally the Palms, which is where I hang out every weekend and have for the last 2 years. Probably a month after I put this picture on my vision board, I didn't even look at it again. And I literally have been hanging out here every weekend for the last 2 years, made friends with the owner of the restaurant here, and he owns like 3 condos. He's a big investor. I'm like, I don't know what this means, and I've been trying to get this guy to join Isogenics, and he's been asking me so many questions. I'm like, literally put something on your vision board and just watch it come true. Like, I don't know what this means, but I'm like, this is crazy. Like, this is on my vision board, and I don't know if it means like I'm going to buy a condo here, or if that means the guy's going to partner with me, but it means something. So yes, energy is everything. Every day, like get so excited about who you're going to connect with and just watch the magic happen.
Yes,
It's really fun.
I'm so excited. I actually think I'm going to do a vision board for New Year's Eve too.
Yes, I'm like,
Really,
because I'm cutting out alcohol. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm like, I want to have a clear mind for 2022. Like going into the year, I'm on a 30-day right now. I'm on day 3 of a 30-day reset. So
Nice.
feeling good. I'm like, might as well just do a vision board and make a new one.
Yes.
I'm like, what am I going to put on there now? Like, if that's happening, like, what else can I put on?
Yeah, exactly. And I find that I have different vision boards for different things. Like I've
Mhm.
got mine behind this thing right now. But yeah, just for different things in my life. You know, we're getting close to the end here, and I just kind of wanted to wrap it up with your daily routine. What are you doing now to make this happen? Because what I find in the beginning, Brandi, and I don't know if you agree with this, but we get so excited in the beginning and we want to be doing everything at once. Like I'm talking 12-hour days and texting and constantly in our phone, and like we feel like we don't have that downtime. So what is something that you kind of had to reevaluate to make it work for you and your lifestyle, to where you're with your family first, business second?
Yeah, so that's a good thing. So I was that person in the beginning of my business that I worked 14 hours a day, and I was pushing so hard. I called Zach Slobin. I was like, Zach, I'm so exhausted. I can't do this anymore. I feel like I'm neglecting my kids. My husband hates me. And he was like, why are you working 14 hours a day? I'm like, because I want to be successful. And he was like, this is not what you need to be doing at all. And so I was like, what do you mean? He's like, your family comes first, your business comes second. I'm like, okay, that makes sense to me. I get that. But how am I supposed to get all this done? He's like, you don't have to get it all done in a day, like, little steps. So instead of reaching out to 100 people a day, reach out to 10. I'm like, oh, okay. And he's like, you don't have to do it, like all of it in a day. So I get up now. I started 2 weeks ago doing 6:30 a.m. Zoom calls for 15 minutes. My kids get up for school. I'm up by 6 o'clock anyway when school's happening, but stupid me decided to do this right when they got out for Christmas. So I'm still getting up at 6 a.m. or earlier to do these Zoom calls. And I think that that's taught me discipline. So getting up extra early, I have my cup of coffee. I read. I have like my little books. Where'd they go? I have my little Think and Grow Rich book that I'm reading right now. I'll just read 10 pages of that in my little daily devotional. And then that kind of sets my mindset for the day. And then I get on the little 15-minute Zoom call, and then I go to the gym. So I do a little bit of mindset stuff. Then I go to the gym, get my workout in, which is also connecting and networking at the same time. So it's like non-negotiable to go to the gym. I'm working while I'm there because I'm talking to people, making connections. And then I come home, and then I either walk my dog and listen to a podcast. So I'm still moving my business forward, but I'm doing other things that don't seem like work, like walking the dog and listening to a podcast or sending birthday messages while I'm on the treadmill. Just kind of making it happen in different easy ways that don't take my whole day. And then I come home and I'll work for like an hour doing IPAs, reach outs, and then follow ups. And then my kids get out of school usually by that time, but that's over with. And then I just kind of whatever, I'll have a couple Zoom calls here and there. And then if we have any team training calls in the evening, that's it. But I really only like hardcore do reach outs and follow-ups for an hour to 2 hours a day max. And I'm full-time ISA. So
right.
If you're going to be part-time ISA, you can do, half of that. Or if you only have 30 minutes a day to do your business, get those reach outs in every day, the 333 or the 555 or the 10 whatever number you choose to do your 3 reach outs, your 3 follow-ups, and your 3 new connections every day. But yeah, keep growing your network every day and keep posting every day consistently every day, because people are watching. I literally met the girl that called me right before this call. I met her at a Christmas party 2 weeks ago. Literally just met her. And I was like, oh my gosh, girl, like we're talking about collagen. She's like, oh, I need collagen. And I showed her a picture. She's like, sign me up. And then tonight she saw that I was doing a giveaway for one of the little these. She's like, oh, sign me up for the next giveaway. And so I said, well, how about instead of signing you up for the next giveaway, how about I just give this to you when you buy your 30-day box? So she's buying it.
I love that.
That's how easy it is.
Yeah, it really is.
It really is. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, just connecting with people and you don't have to like throw up isogenics in their face either. Just genuinely just be like, oh my gosh, like your skin is so pretty. What do you use? Well, this is what I'm using. We start talking and connecting
and having fun with it. I just feel that from you, just having fun with it.
It is so much fun. Like every day I'm like, who am I going to meet? This is so much fun.
Yeah.
Like the girl that won my raffle yesterday that I called out, I met her at a pumpkin patch. Literally, I mailed it to her today. I met her at a pumpkin patch an hour away in Pensacola, Florida. And we were in the corn maze together, and her daughter and her grandson were with us walking. We just started talking about collagen, and she won it. So maybe she'll order. I don't know.
I love it. That's what it's all about, guys. Just to wrap this up now, just we've reached time. We've got a lot of newbies on here. What is something that you want to share with them as we go into 2022 to keep them focused, to keep them, just moving forward as they're learning?
Yeah. So find a key word. Like my word for 2022 is focus. And that's going to like be everywhere. Like just focus on the prize. Like, what do you want out of this? So just get so clear on your goals and what you want out of this that you just every single day, like something just drives you to just stay focused, and that clarity of like how you're going to get there. Like every single day, just don't give up and just show up every day. If you're all on this call, like congratulations, you showed up. Because I can't even get half my team to show up on calls. Most of my team doesn't show up on calls. So you guys are all here. So that's like pat yourselves in the back, because that's step one, is to show up and show up consistently.
Love that, Brandi.
Yay.
Well, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for giving your time today. Most of the girls on here will be going to NYKO
Oh,
in the
yay.
US, so hopefully we bump into you.
Hey.
And also we've got the NYKO happening in ANZ, so they'll be doing their thing, but we just appreciate you so much. Guys, if you have any questions, connect with Brandi on Facebook, Instagram, reach out to her. She's really a heart of service and she's helped me so much within the past few months for sure.
Yes, and we can all do this together. I mean, and I'm not like anybody more special than you are. I'm just somebody that just decided to go for it and not quit. So just don't quit. That's the only way you can fail. So, oh, you're welcome. And I'll send you the script as soon as we get off so you can send it to all the girls.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year, guys.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, guys.